Do you have to replace your breast prosthesis every 2 years, whether it's a full or in this case a partial? And a partial prosthesis is more like a shell, and it's surgical grade silicone, and it goes over the smaller breast to make the girls look even. And breast prosthesis are warranted for 2 years under manufacturer's warranty. And in Canada, our government gives you a grant towards your breast prosthesis, full or partial, every 2 years. And usually insurance companies follow that same sort of pattern. So do you need to replace it every 2 years? Well, I think that the first time to replace it, you should, right? So you get one and 2 years later, you need another one. And I think that's a good idea because I like the idea of always having a backup. You never know when something's going to go wrong. On top of that, I think it's a good idea to at least be assessed every 2 years because everyone thinks, oh, I'm the same size as I was. Meanwhile, they've gained or lost weight. They don't realize it, and they don't realize that their breasts are now uneven. I see it because I'm seeing them for the first time after a year or two, but because it's been a gradual change, they don't even notice, and the girls don't match. And they're often very surprised when we put them in a properly sized breast prosthesis, and they're like, oh my goodness, like what a difference. But today I had a lady come in and she had a partial prosthesis, which tend to be more durable than a full prosthesis for some reason. And she was past her warranty date by about a month. And she said, do I need another one? And I looked at it and I sized her and everything. She would have been the same size. And I looked at it and I said, you know, it's a little worn in the sense that it was a bit discolored from her clothing, but it was in really good shape. And I said, it's always a good idea to have a backup, but this one's in pretty good shape. And you could actually get away with wearing it a little bit longer. And she said, oh, I can get another year out of it. I said, well, I don't know, but you're not in immediate need right now. So she bought some other things. She bought some bras and she placed an order for some things that we didn't have in stock. So she's coming back in a week. And at that time, she'll have time to have thought it over and decide if she needs another one. But my point is, you don't always have to get an extra breast prosthesis, especially if you already have a spare at home and yours is in good shape. It's not a must. It's not a must. I have clients who like to get a new one every 2 years, because it just makes them feel better. To have a new one, to be resized, to have backups. And they might have a couple of backups, and they might have a couple of different sizes of backups because they've gained weight, they've lost weight. But is it a must? No. Have a good look at it. Make sure there's no breakdown, no tearing. And if it's in pretty good shape, you know, you can ask your fitter to have a look. You might be able to hold off for a little while. What are your thoughts on that? Do you like to get a new one every couple of years, regardless of whether it's broken down or not? Or do you prefer to wait till you really need one? Let me know in the comments down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you soon.